obviously agricultural preservation. So we sat down and we looked at what sites would be appropriate for solar, what wouldn't be appropriate, and that's how we got these things done in a timely manner. The preliminary research that we did early on, and then we were able to get these projects through. What's fantastic about this is what it means to the local economy. As Daniel mentioned, thus far, out of what's been constructed so far, the ImModo has invested $5.5 million into local contractors. They've hired 143 employees for the construction process, and that resulted in over $2 million payroll to those employees. So it's a big benefit, as well as the sales tax that's generated off the equipment that they install. So it's a win-win for the company ImModo. It's a win for the county, and it's a win for the workforce of Tulare County. So that's what we're really encouraged about this. And Proteus has been instrumental in providing training for this project, as well as other solar projects throughout the county. And their CEO is here, and Jesus Gamboa is going to talk a little bit about Proteus work program, and then we'll get on with the cutting of the ribbon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike, for the promotion. CEO, gosh, you know, I can go from a COO to a CEO real quick. So I hope my boss didn't hear that one. And if you did, well, he should have been here. Today I'll be CEO for a little while. But anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having us here. You know, when we started thinking about solar training, it was about in I don't know, sometime in 2008, and we kind of, you know, I kind of had a hunch that solar was going to be big, given everything that we were reading about solar and the growth and the projections for the next 20 years, and the governor's 25% requirements and then 30% requirements and all that. So I knew, you know, we just knew it was going to be, there was going to be opportunity there for us as an organization to do something in solar. And you know, sometimes in your career you get things right, and this is one of those things that you know, I think we got it right, and we've been doing solar now for about 4 or 5 years. Since we started, we've trained about 650 people in our area, and about 82% of our people get jobs, and part of that is thank you to ImModo and others. But we also work with the PG&E and Southern California Edison as our partners, and we have done a lot of good work. But just one number I'd like to just say, to all the different projects that we've done in the last couple of years, you know, our workers have, in working with the different contractors, have been involved in putting up about 180 megawatts of power, which is enough to generate, they tell me, about a little under 48,000 homes. So I think that, you know, even as a community-based organization, we do have a role too in creating jobs and getting jobs, and also trying to meet the demands of our carbon footprint for the next 2 years. So anyway, on behalf of Proteus, my board, and my CEO, I want to just thank you for having us here, and hopefully the county will continue to approve more projects so that we can keep our local people employed and reduce that high unemployment rate. So thank you very much.
All right, so now we're going to welcome up Supervisor Worthley. This is his district. He's going to cut the ribbon, and with him to hold the ribbon is our CEO, Jose Luis Moya, and from D.E. Shaw, who now owns this project, Eric Metler.
Well, thank you. I've cut a few ribbons in my time, but I've never had this type of equipment. You know, as I was driving over here and it was pouring down rain, I said, it reminded me of Al Gore going to these global warming conferences and being frozen out and frozen in and snow and sleet. But boy, we need the rain, so we're really happy for it, and we hope there's a lot more coming. You know, this is a great day for Tulare County, and it's a great day for California, actually. I don't know, I've always agreed with the policies of going to all of the alternative energy sources, because I know what it does to our power bills. It makes them more expensive. But at the same time, we have to adapt. And so if we're going to go in that direction, Tulare County wants to be in part of that process and make sure that we get part of that business here. I appreciate the comments made about the pro-business attitude we have here in Tulare County, and we certainly do. and we're very concerned about protection of our agricultural property, but we recognize there's room for all sorts of things here in Tulare County. We're not really constrained by land, actually, for agricultural purposes. As you might guess, we're more constrained by water. And so when I look at a project like this, one of the sort of indirect benefits is 20 acres of land that would be used for agricultural purposes would probably use anywhere from 24 to 36 inches of water a year. A project like this does not use any water. What that means is that there's more water freed up for the farming properties that surround this area. And so there's a place for this type of project, and I don't really see it as being in competition with agriculture. Instead, I see it being something which really works with agriculture. And I know many farmers who are looking for some way to keep in the farming business, and sometimes that's not an easy thing to do. And so different types of projects like this can allow them to stay in farming because it allows them to take profits off something like this and put it into agricultural production. So I think Tulare County is working hard to work with all businesses that want to come and locate here and work here. We have a high unemployment rate. We want to put our people to work. We appreciate the work that ImModo's doing here in Proteus, what they're doing to train people. And this is just a great day, and I think we're about ready to cut a ribbon. You want some more people to show up? You want some more people behind the ribbon? All right, okay, here we go.
All right. Are we ready? One cut. Come on.